Hey guys, welcome back to Ridiculous Radio. I'm Conrad, and tonight we are going to be. Let's make sure this is. All right, hey guys, sweet, welcome back to Ridiculous Radio. I hate that feedback. My bad. And well, tonight. All right, so tonight we are having Adam Webb join us from Ghoulsby Serpents. Yeah, welcome to 2021. This is our first stream of the year. We were going to do it last week, but some stuff came up. Josh won't make it on tonight. Hopefully, we'll see him back on next week. But yeah, 2020, kind of a really, really fucky, rough year. It's like a roller coaster in a way, but at the same time, it was almost like you're on a steady drop with like little bits of a rise, and then you just drop back down again, like never fucking drop almost. Awesome. Let's see here. Uh, So how's all right? Yeah, so I'm gonna be getting a couple new pickups. Um, can't wait for you guys to see one of them. That one's from Dylan over at CEC Exotics. Yeah, hoping this year. Plans for this year are to try and go a little bit bigger with my photography, dive into a little bit of videography, and honestly do a lot more traveling, do a lot more, obviously, YouTube footage for this channel, get in a bunch of like animal, reptile, nature photography. That'll be fun. Hoping to get a trip down to Pittsburgh in the spring. I know I'm going to take another trip to go find some more Eastern Massasaugas in the spring. So you guys will definitely get some video content from that. Yeah, still in the process of reorganizing my house, getting like more of a organized. Sorry, kind of running low on shit to talk about. We shall see Adam in a minute. Oh. Only in Michigan just shared. Oh, you guys can't see that. My bad. Only in Michigan just shared all my photography pictures. That's pretty fucking sweet. I'm gonna repost that. All right. So, yeah, let me check to see if Adam. Oh, there he is. Got the message. He'll be joining any minute. Um, Hopefully he's got a good connection tonight. So unfortunately, with Josh not being able to make it, I know Josh did pick up a ball python from Adam this year from all of his clutches that he told us that he was excited to be having. That he told us about last last time he was on. So I was hoping Josh would be able to share that. Um, maybe we'll just have him share it next stream, so you guys will just have to tune in next stream as well to catch what Adam told Josh. So speaking of which, he is here. Hey, how's it going?
Oh man, it's all stuttery and shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. All right, because when I first logged onto it, man, it said something about I don't know. I may experience some stuttering or whatever, but give it a little bit of time and it should be cool. So I think we're good.
Oh yeah, man. Man, your reptile room looks like it's grown a little bit.
Just a little bit, brother. Just a little bit.
Oh man, it's looking good though.
Yeah,
It's
thank you,
definitely
sir.
looking good.
Yeah,
So I I know you're talking about some of the projects you were working on back in 2020 with us, right? And um and you actually ended up following through with some of those and producing some pretty cool stuff. Unfortunately, Josh isn't going to be on tonight to show off one of the animals he got from you.
yeah,
But
bro. I may not be on. I thought, man, here we are. We're gonna go live during the playoff Steelers game or whatever. I'm like, that motherfucker ain't gonna be on here.
yeah, no, he's a big Steelers fan. But
Yeah.
he told me he was just trying to still catch up and get some cleaning done in the reptile room. But now that you mentioned that the Steelers are playing tonight, I think I know what happened there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's cool. But yeah, because Josh, as you know, he purchased one of the GHIs that I produced and all that, so that was cool. I enjoyed doing the business with him.
Do you still have any babies from that clutch, or?
Actually, I have one left, just a yellow belly female. I had two, but as of last night, I sold a lesser yellow belly male to somebody I've been talking to for the past couple of weeks. She's been really nice and everything. She's like, I want to, but I'm not. So she's been reaching out back and forth. So she pulled the trigger last night. So yeah, good for her. So I have one of those left.
All right, man. You want to show that one off real quick?
Sure, I'll grab. Well, I just did feed the babies tonight, man. So I
Oh,
won't too long. But yeah, I'll grab them. But I did just
oh
feed them.
no, don't worry about it, man. Maybe we can. Did you feed the retics tonight?
No.
Oh.
I sure did.
All right, maybe we'll have you bust a couple of those out here in a bit.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, other than that, how did your 2020 go? I mean,
It was good. It was good, man. Of course, with New Year's Eve, just the Happy New Year starting up here pretty soon. We were kind of bullshitting about that on New Year's Eve, standing around and all. It's like, I can't complain, man. 2020 did suck for a lot of people, but I feel blessed. I'm very humbled about it because, man, I got to go to work still. I got to pay my bills and stuff like that. It didn't. 2020 was good. We had a really good year, and not just with myself and the hobby and how I'm growing in the hobby and all, but just the family and everybody. Granted, we had to make adjustments, and my boys had to adjust to schooling online and shit like that. But other than that, man, very blessed for sure.
all right, yeah, definitely.
How
I
about for
definitely.
How's 2020 treating you all right, bro? Or did
It
it?
was. I was just explaining before you hopped on. It was sort of like a roller coaster for me. Like it like 2020 kind of. It had like its ups and downs for sure. A lot
Yeah.
of downs, but there were quite a few ups that I think I'm gonna more roll with coming 2021.
Yeah, fuck
Just,
yeah, you have to, man. Why keep on those downs? They're just gonna keep you down there, of course.
yeah,
But
exactly,
done sometimes. Easier said than done, man.
exactly, man. Yeah. So what kind of things do you see yourself working on this year then?
This year I have I'm trying five pairings. They're still ball pythons. Retics are still a couple of years out.
Yeah.
So 2020 babies, I had three clutches. I paired up a GHI lesser yellow belly to a normal. The female's name's Raven. She gave us a like healthy eggs, man. Beautiful clutch. Got a good mixture out of that, and that's the one out of that clutch that Josh purchased. And then I also had a spider female. Her name's Remy. I acquired her from somebody that I purchased my racks from. That's a whole story in its own. Maybe I'll tell that as well. But spider to an orange dream het clown, but I haven't proved out that het clown yet. So the babies that I did move and everything, I didn't sell as het clowns. I just kept them as, if they're an orange dream spider, an orange dream. Because if I remember correctly, I got three orange dream spiders, an orange dream, and one spider and two normals. So it was a good clutch. I got 7 eggs from Remy, and then the last pairing I did for the 2020 was a pastel and this is my deal. I know a lot of people may not just be like, oh, pastel, it's all over said and done. But for myself, I wanted to try something, and I introduced my caramel albino to the pastel. So I made pastel het caramel albinos. So I got, I think, 3 pastels out of that and 4, all het caramels and dogs. I really like the caramel gene. So I wanted to see if I could bring out a little bit more yellows in and all that. So, but yeah, I kept a few babies back. Of course, all being het. They don't show that, no visuals. But yeah, so 2020 was bitching. So this year, sorry, I keep rambling on here.
No, you're good. You're good, man.
Right on. So for 2021, the one that I'm really excited about is one of my first girls I bought to breed, and that's Lucy. She's a pastel inchy leopard het 66 clown, and I bred her, and I'm rolling the dice big on this one, man. But the male I introduced to, and they've locked up. I paired them up starting in August, actually. It was pretty early, summertime here in SoCal and everything, but she was looking plump, not eating any food or anything. I'm like, there's something going on about you, girl. So I threw in the male, and sure enough, they locked. And then after they did so, she ate a couple more meals, and she's been eating ever since, but she's been off of feed now for a month, I believe. It's been a month now. But an orange dream het 100% clown is Stitches is the male I introduced to her. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm rolling big dice on the odds for the clowns, man. But if I get them, cool. If I don't, I'm still gonna make some beautiful snakes that I'm gonna keep back, of course.
Oh yeah, man.
Pardon me, man. I made myself an old fashioned for the drinking this evening. Good.
That's awesome. No, you're all good. So are you hoping to get any like pickups this year? Like, are you looking to expand your collection or?
This year I did make a recent purchase not so long ago. I reinvested back in my ball pythons because I haven't bought ball pythons for a little bit. I got my collection to a particular size that I was comfortable with. And, for myself, just first starting out, I'm like, can I really breed all these snakes that I have in my home? And if I can breed them, can I actually sell them? So I wanted to start off small and everything. So the 2020, the 3 clutches, granted, I ended up having 25 snakes this year, and I have 1 left for sale. So I can't beat that, man. I can't beat that at all. But this year I've grown a little bit comfortable of what I am doing here and everything. I've got a great response. Once again, only have 1, snake left here, plus my holdbacks, of course. But this year, 5 altogether. I don't know if all 5 will go. 2 of them, it doesn't look promising, but it's still early in the season. I think like last year, first clutch that was laid in April and hatched in June, so we still got a few months here. But definitely 3 out of the 5 they're holding eggs right now. Matter of fact, brother, I just rearranged my room this morning a little bit because I got another thermostat in to try to help out because on this side of my room here, well, let me move the camera over a little bit.
All right.
So on this side of my room here, I got follow me, y'all. But this is see if I can how I do this. There we go. But I got Igor in here. He's a frilled dragon. He's probably hiding up in the corner back
Here,
here.
let me. I'm gonna bring you up on the big screen. Hold up.
All right, brother.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, I got Igor back here. He was one of the additions that I ended up getting. If I can figure this camera out, man, which I really can't. There he is.
Oh man, he's pretty sweet.
Yeah, he's fun, dude. He's fun. He let me actually pet him under the chin yesterday. He usually doesn't like for me to handle him much, but I've been trying, slowly on a daily basis. He'll hop on our hand every once in a while to feed. If we have a bowl of dubia roaches, he loves those things. But other than that, and then below him, I acquired these 2 racks this year for the females. And thank you very much, everybody that bought the snakes, because this is where that money went that you purchased from me. I appreciate that. And
Well,
then
hell yeah, man.
this is the old female rack that I had where I had my girls in last year, but I didn't like them because they opened up from the side, and it just the way they pushed closed and everything, I didn't care for it much. And then so
Yeah.
I these, and this is Olive right here.
Oh
She's
man.
a retic. She's a platinum anery super dwarf cross.
From Garrett, right?
Usually my carpet python's out, but she got fed a fat meal today, so she's hiding. And this year, this is my only boa constrictor I have, man. This is Lorgar. He's a oh shit. What is he again? He's a hypo het sharp albino.
Well, hell yeah, man.
And then over here we have this home here. This is Maze's home. This is for our Mexican black king snake. And then down here I got the incubator plugged back in and all. So I did a little bit of rearranging on the room today, man. I got the a new thermostat and all, and then got the incubator going again. So, of course, that's got to be going before, like, oh shit, eggs, now plug it in. No, I got to run to at least.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It never goes good if you're not prepared.
Oh hell no. And that's one thing of myself, Conrad. I did a lot of reading, a lot of research and everything. I'm like, fuck, dude. If I'm going to do this, I better do it right, man. I'm going to make a fool out of myself. I still may make a fool out of myself someday, but, even tonight. But cheers to that.
No, man. You've been killing it. What I've been talking to you, I think, going on 3 years now, something like that.
Yeah, man. You're probably one of the first I started bullshitting with getting into the hobby for sure.
Exactly, yeah. And we both ended up getting retics from Prehistoric Pets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's what it was.
So like I remember that now.
Yeah, like I've always been into reptiles and stuff, but that was my first retic. So I started, talking more in the groups, which I guess I haven't as much lately, like I kind of just stick to like my friends list most of the time, you know what I mean? Because but yeah, man, that was crazy because that's how I found out like my retic was like less dwarf percentage than what I was told too, because you posted like that basically that paper that Prehistoric Pet sent you, like the certificate with like the sire and name and everything, and I inquired about that, and it took them like 3 months to get back to me after I inquired about it. Then JT ended up quitting or whatever happened with him, and then Jay gets a hold of me, and he didn't know what was going on, so he had to ask Tim, and that's how I found out like my dwarf percentage was lower than what she was sold.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Girl nowadays, man, because she was pushing pretty good size, not just like last.
Yeah, she's around like 13 feet now. I haven't gotten like a good measure. It's so hard to measure retics. And like that string and tape measure thing works pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
But that's if you really want to hassle with them for a bit. So I think the last time I actually measured her was like, I don't know, the beginning of this year or the beginning of last year.
Hey, right on.
So,
yeah, they are That's the only way I do it, man. Because in SoCal in the summertime and everything. I mean, granted, it can get too hot and everything and whatnot. But by the time I get home from work, it's cooled down. But I love the summertime here because I usually, as soon as I get home, I take retake out at a time and let them roam the backyard. But how I ended up figuring how to measure them is that fence posts are 10 feet apart. And what I just kind of go from there because there's times, I mean, granted, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, I'll pay attention to say like, okay, their nose met the pole here. Where's their tail at? Because they'll be cruising along and just kind of sit still for a minute. You're like, don't move, don't fucking move.
Right, right. I've had that happen a couple times where I'm like, don't move, hold on,
Yeah,
you know.
because
But
you've got photography and all that, man. I would imagine like, don't move. Let me find my camera. Let me get my camera.
yeah, basically. Or
Yeah.
there's times I'm taking pictures and like they seem to like pull off a certain pose for a second. I'm like, oh, that's perfect, and then they start moving. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
let's let's try and redirect them all you want. It doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, it sucks. You get that camera up, you're like, yes, fuck, they moved.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But I like photographing them, man. They're fun. Well, not necessarily always just fun, but they're very what's the word I'm looking for here? Misappreciated.
Yeah,
And you catch the pictures, you get a nice picture of them, and it shows the true beauty of their eyes, the scales, the iridescence, and all. It may turn somebody on, like, hey, maybe they're not that bad. That's a really cool looking snake right there in that picture. Maybe. Of course, I don't know, but that's a thought that comes to mind anyway.
right, exactly. If so, if you can, for instance, if you can gather someone's gather someone's attention with one picture and start that thinking process in their brain to like maybe reroute that fear to more of intrigue, you know, or
Yeah.
interested. You know what I mean? That's sometimes all it really takes. And that's why I got into photography is because I always loved like I've loved herping. I've loved like I could never get a good picture with like my phone cameras. No matter how hard I tried, I could never get like a really good one. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a camera mainly for reptiles, and then that's how it just kind of took off.
Hey, sorry, Conrad. I was trying to follow along, brother, and I didn't want to interrupt you. But the way that the computer's coming across, or my phone, anyways, excuse me, sounds like you're talking with the trait, brother. I can barely understand
Oh
you.
shit.
It's just stuttering and shit. Not your bad, of course. But I'm kind of looking at him like, okay, what's the difference? What's going on from just a few moments ago? But
John Page said, "What up, Adam Webb?"
hey, there you are. Now I can hear you, bro. Cool.
All right.
Sorry, man. You fucking had a nice conversation and everything. We were smooth here, and all of a sudden, it's like, dude, I can't
Dude,
understand.
it pulled that the other day with me and Jeremy Turgeon when he was on. Like it just started garbling everything up, and yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, I
um,
write shit one language. I definitely don't know that one.
but yeah, John Page says, "What up, Adam?"
Hey, what's happening, brother? Thanks for tuning in, bro. I appreciate that. He's a good old friend of mine, man, for sure.
All right, yeah, I think he tuned in actually last time you were on too.
He did, yeah, he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's good people. Music together. We've done a lot of things together, man. We've caused a lot of chaos throughout the years. That's for sure.
That's always the best though. Um,
Yeah.
so do you have any future plans with retics, or are you just kind of sticking to the few that you got right now?
Just for the few right now, man. I don't want to keep on adding while I plan on making. And what I do have, I'm real comfortable with.
Yeah,
For project wise, because I'm raising 8 retics right now. I don't plan on breeding all of them. There's some that I bought that I thought, yeah, maybe I'll breed, but granted, there's one female that I'm still teeter-tottering on because I'm not real sure what she's going to do. I'm going to wait till she's 4 years old to see exactly how big she's going to get. But other than that, and that's she's a 37.5% AR, 25% dwarf. Het, either mocha or albino. So I'd like to possibly see what she has hidden in her, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna wait until she's a bit older. She'll be 3 in April, so another year. Because right now, almost 3 years old. She's about 8.5 foot. Real great temperament and doll. Um, and that's that girl that you and I have talked about that I got from Prehistoric Pets. I've
Yeah.
talked to a couple people in the industry and everything about her. Just because when I first started buying my retics, for example, Magnus, my first one, I had no intentions of breeding whatsoever, none whatsoever. I just wanted a retic, man. I didn't know they came in miniature size, supposedly,
Right.
15 or feet or whatever. So, and then the female that I bought that I possibly thought about breeding to him and to her at Magnus and 7. I thought, well, that's a good mix, and the reason being I got from the same exact place, but I would rather not, just because I can. I got a nice couple of projects that I ended up investing in later down the road that I know that are going to be phenomenal animals, just because of what they are and all. I got my tiger, het snow, purple snow, and then I have my motley het caramel albino. So, or no, pardon me, caramel anery, excuse me. But so that's one project I'm looking for. But that shit, bro, we're still 2 years out roughly. Um, 6 will be 2 years old in into this month, actually, January 30th. And then Gomez, I've got him from Garrett 2 years ago or so, and he's 2.5 years old now. But so I bought the male first because, once again, I had no really intentions on breeding. But the more I got involved and did research and talked to other people in the industry, what got going on here with the ball pythons now, I love the ball pythons and I love the retics. I like doing both of them. It keeps me on my toes, keeps me busy, keeps my brain going. But yeah, the retics are still a couple years out, to make a long answer to your question, brother.
Yeah. All right. I feel that. So do you have any other things that you plan on adding that may not be snakes to your collection?
um, Actually, we were talking about getting frogs. Maria, my girl, she's been wanting to get like dumpies or something like that. So maybe something like that, an amphibian, because we got invertebrates here. The tarantulas are right here behind the phone. I got in tarantulas for a little bit. As you may know, because the fake book friends and all that. I was working at Reptile Factory.
Yeah.
I was working there. Excuse me, I'm belting here.
You're good.
Customers coming in, and they were asking about tarantulas, and I'm like, I don't know dick about tarantulas. So I figured, well, I better do some research and start reading. Well, of course, I started watching the YouTube videos. I bought a book, started reading. Or I started reading. I was like, well, I want a tarantula too. So I got 7 of them things, man. They're pretty cool, man. They're fun. I don't handle them. They're only display for me, But they're easy care. I did my homework on them. I learned from some good people, of course. Being the YouTube channel that Tarantula Collective. That's a really good channel information for tarantulas. And then what's that other dude, man? Tom? Shit. Yeah, pardon me. Now I can't even think of it. It's been a little while since I've done research because, I got bit a little bit, if you will. And I was like, man, these tarantulas are badass. They're all beautiful. And I started buying a few, and I got to 7. I'm like, nah, that's good. 7's good.
7's a good number.
I'm sorry?
I said 7's a good number.
Yeah, 7. It's the blessed number, man. 7's the blessed number.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, sorry. Kind of like I don't know if you ever heard of that game Warhammer.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Tabletop game and ever. Well, one of the chaos gods on there is Nurgle, and Nurgle is 7 is the blessed number for Nurgle. So that's why I say it's the number.
Yeah. So did you want to show off a couple of your retics?
Sure, I can do that. Yeah. Is there anything particular you want to see, bro?
Magnus is your classic, right?
Yeah, he's my first one I purchased.
All right, yeah. If you want to pull him out,
Sure.
yeah.
I use the tap for everything, man. Because especially with this guy, he's let me up a couple times, but it was all my fault. User error, you know, it always is.
Yep.
But with the rats being in here earlier today and everything, he might have a little bit of an attitude, but he'll be all right. I'm Magnus.
Oof. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that. Yikes. Um. Yeah, with my retics and I mean honestly, with all my snakes, I try and like tap train, well, hook train because it seems it just it works. It's almost like a surefire way to not take an unnecessary bite. Yeah.
Yeah, man, if you don't have to, why do it? You know, and I have a pretty good routine with my animals, with my retics, anyways, to where the only time that, with feeding, whenever I do feed them, I only crack the window open a little bit, and then put the rat in. Whenever I clean them and take them out, I always take off the glass first. Or just, if I'm just taking them out, I just slide open the glass. Whenever I'm cleaning, I take out both of the glass panels. But yeah, he's got a little bit of, he had a little bit of a, I don't want to, but he's cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Well, maybe
Him.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
try and I'm gonna try and bust Buttercup out because he's about the same age as Buttercup. He's what she just turned 3 years old 4 days ago.
Oh, all right.
So hon, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab her.
All right, cool. Can never figure out see, it's on the left hand side, man. Yeah, y'all, this is the first retic I bought. This Magnus being, excuse me. If I remember correct off the top of my skull, I don't want to over exaggerate anything, but I believe he's 37.5% Jampia and 12.5% Solear. I got him over at Prehistoric Pets. He's a really cool animal, man. He's, we've had our mishaps with one another, but he's about 8 foot roughly. He's going to be 3 in April. I think his hatch date's April 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I like those thin
Okay.
white has down the rosettes there. 2 to 3, boom, boom.
Let me see if I can bring this back to. She really don't want to come out.
Yours too, huh?
Yeah, she's slightly going into blue, but it's so typically I'd leave her alone. But I figured figured I would kinda, yeah. Yeah, no, my backdrop kinda fucks up the whole thing. But she is, and I got no room to move. Hold up.
I'm just scooting into my phone, man, so I can see a little bit better. You know, because how I don't know how your view is, of course, on your side, man. But using my phone, I just got a couple little squares of yourself and then of myself, and I don't know how to change that. Hey, there you are. Right on, brother.
So she is. She's like I said. She's going into blue, but she. Let me see if I can pull her head around. She is my big girl, and definitely, definitely a sweetheart.
Hey, right on.
Um, yeah, half of her still on the ground, and I haven't weighed her in a long time, um, but she is definitely.
What are you feeding her now, bro?
She's on about 3 pound rabbits, 3.5
Right
pound
on.
rabbits.
Right on.
So I just keep my freezer stocked. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole deep freezer stocked with snake food and.
Yeah, speaking of, man, I got a rat order out that I ordered last Monday. They kept in contact, sent, hey, order's been shipped, blah, blah, blah. It was and normally it gets here on a Friday. I order, you know, I like to order on Saturday, Sunday. They process the order Monday and they put it in the mail Monday as well, I believe. But shit, man, it's usually here on Friday. Well, I got an update saying it's not going to be here until Saturday. So I'm at home waiting for the rat delivery. And now I got an update saying it ain't going to be delivered till Monday. And I do trust the company that I from, but I'm like, fuck, dude. Hopefully that those ice packs hold up like that.
Yeah. So who'd you order through? Because normally I do a Rodent Pro, but well, when it comes to rats, lately, um,
Yeah,
so
the last
so
few times I ordered cold and you know the frozen thawed and all, I've got it from Cold Blooded Cafe, and this is the first time that. And granted, I don't think it's their fault, man. From what I understand, the mailing systems and all that kind of shit's kind of slowed up quite a bit. But yeah, I'm hoping that I ain't got to open up a box with the thawed out rats in it, you know. But yeah, Cold Blooded Cafes I've been ordering from for the last 4 or 5 times that I have ordered. It's been fantastic, bro. It's been fantastic.
all right, yeah, because I just put an order through Cold Blooded Cafe and my first time with them yesterday. So
Hey, right on, cool.
I mean, I,
Yeah,
I don't know where to get rats. I get my rats locally. I actually made friends with a rabbit breeder around here, and so she just freezes off a bunch for me.
that's cool.
Just
I'm gonna have to get somebody notice somebody that does the rabbits. That's for sure.
yeah, that was like one of my big things. Once she started getting too big for rats, I'm like, oh shit, time to
Yeah,
start grinding to figure out. John Page said, so I have a question. If your guys' snakes are around the same age, why is Adams so much thinner? So Adams is a male. For starters, and males typically don't get nearly as big as females in most cases. And mine, I'm going to be 100% honest, I was accidentally power feeding her when she was younger. Um, I've since slowed her feeding. I didn't know better. She was my first retic, and she always just seemed hungry still after each meal. So I'm like, oh, well, fuck, I just figured,
something must.
she's, and no, I know better now. And, but she's definitely, last I checked, she was over 30 pounds, and that was like 7, 8 months ago. So
Well, hey, bro, let me get because that mail that I pulled out, that's
yeah,
um, I'll show you the girl that's they almost look identical, but the female that I have, she's a bit bigger. But let me grab her real quick, and just to show you, John Page. I mean, granted, the genetics does make a difference, but also feeding can make a difference as well. I mean, granted, um, they say sometimes you can pound the living hell with of food with a retic when they're babies, and they just use all those calories. But you know, sometimes it adds up, just like my fat ass. I can eat a lot, but unfortunately, I don't burn it fast enough.
Yeah, so honestly, there's a lot of different factors that determine a snake's, you know what I mean? Genetics, sex, there's feeding, obviously, and it all plays a key long term.
That's one thing I like about these glass that slide. You can use them as a guard. You're like, hey, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
Exactly.
What's up, girl? You want to come out and say hello? Come here. You're going to come out anyways. No, Seven, she's a sweetheart, man. This girl, she's opened her mouth to me once in the roughly 2.5 years that I had her. And that one time was I screwed up and I was putting her back into her home, and I was being a little bit impatient with her, and I touched the back of her tail. And what I didn't realize is where her face was, and she came straight out like a freaking bolt of lightning, man. I was like, woo!
Dude, yeah, I've only had she's the last time she bit me, she was probably about 7 weeks old, you know. She was young, you know. But I'm not gonna lie, she's struck at me during feeding time a couple times, like where she's like managed to get like half her body outside of her 6 foot enclosure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, oh, this is a great fucking problem right now, you know.
Yeah, one time Magnus got hold of me, man, and it was the first time he bit and wrapped and all that. A lot of times it was just like, hey, oops, my mistake. But he mistook me for food, and he hit me once, let go, came back again real quick, and wrapped up my hand. And it didn't really hurt, man. Of course, there was a lot of blood, but it didn't hurt. But I had to bite him off. So I used a Garrett's trick that I learned from reach out reptiles and bite on their tail like a corncob pipe or a corn cob.
Yeah,
it worked.
It did. I've always like,
yeah, it
that's
worked.
always something like I've kept in the back of my head. I'm like, so am I really gonna try just like nibbling on the tail to get to let go if I ever do get bit and wrapped?
Yeah, I did, man. And granted, I didn't want to. Like, I'll just let him. He'll let go. Yeah, I'm not food. He's gonna figure that out. Well, he wasn't figuring it out. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna light you up back. So I bit him back, and he let go. But yeah, bro, this is the girl that is about the same. I think that looked about the same. Yours and mine here. But Seven,
I think yours is
April. But she's about
yours is a lot.
8, but that's a good rough guesstimate.
But so I want to say really yours has more of a higher silver side. Yours has like more of a higher silver. You know what I mean?
I like to call it these little pineapples and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
cool, man.
She's a workout for sure now.
Hell yeah, it is. You're like, why am I sweating, man? I'm 45 years old and I'm sweating because I'm holding a steak. What the hell is wrong with me?
That's for sure. Yeah, see, I think yours has a little bit of a lighter coloration, but in like higher, like silver sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like these silver.
I really like that high silver, though. It's really dope.
Let me get her put back, brother.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go put her back too. She'd probably appreciate it.
Right on. Intermission got some intermission music.
So yeah, so John Page said power feeding sounds like a metal album, and nibbling on a tail track one off power feeding album. Yeah. All right, I'll go get this back.
Hey, John Page, it's like, look the plate, we're finished. I feel like I need some chapstick or something now. Like I've been smoking crack. I feel like I've been smoking crack. It's like I've been looking like I've been smoking crack. All right, is everybody locked back up? Nope. I'm gonna turn the fan on, man. I'm getting warm in here. Shit, my battery's already getting low, 20%. I better plug it in. But shoot, man, I'm sitting in the steak room, drink a little bit of whiskey, got a long sleeve shirt on. It's hot in here. That was a mistake.
All right, I'm back. Figured I'd bring out.
Would you mind trying to find a cable to plug the phone in? Weird as it is, it's already at 20%. Please and thank you. Yeah, shoot, man, my phone's about dead already, and I made sure it was fully charged before we started.
Yeah, that's why I started running it off my laptop, because I'd have to keep my phone plugged in like 24/7 during the streams, and but I figured I'd bust Charlie out. You mentioned your reach out reptile snake, so here's mine. Man,
yeah,
so
I've always admired Charlie. Look animal.
Yeah, he's really dope. And I think that's one thing I really like about like the super dwarf and locality stuff is they seem to be more arboreal, and he really likes to climb. You know what I mean? So Buttercup
Right.
tends to like to head towards the ground more than he does. So, but yeah, he's doing pretty good. He's getting a little bit of size to him. Sure.
Get a little bit wet. Oh, I'm sorry, man. It stuttered right there.
Oh shit! He's getting a little bit of size to him now. So.
Oh, yeah, right on. Cool.
Yeah.
What was it? Golden.
Anery Golden Child.
Oh, Anery. Hey, right on, man. Cool.
Yeah, Pass het albino. So I was gonna do Anery Motley Tiger, het albino as a female, and hope for like some really cool like snow tigers and stuff like that. But
yeah, that's a good combination. Beautiful animals.
Exactly. I figured if I was gonna get something, you know, from I've always Golden Childs for whatever reason seem to be like a huge hit. It's because, you know, they're so dark and they're so iridescent, you know.
Hell yeah.
They're rather plain, you know. I mean, he's got a slight pattern to him along his dorsal, but other than that,
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
yeah. So I don't know if
Right on.
I
Be up
think
our phone, man. So we're good to go now.
so you still doing the pharmacy then?
Sorry, man. The phone's stuttering here again.
Oh, uh, um, hold on. That's you still doing the pharmacy thing then? You there?
Sorry, man. I don't mean to be laughing, but my girlfriend just brought a fan in. The phone's flying everywhere. My phone ain't charging, and I can barely hear you. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, shit. Maybe we should just call it on that note then.
Well, now I can understand you. What the hell?
Well, shit. You still doing pharmacy then? You still working up at the pharmacy and everything now? Or-
Oh yeah, man. That's my Monday through Friday, pays the bills and all that kind of good stuff. I'll never that I've been doing that since I was 21 years old. Shit, man. This year it'll be 25 years that I've been working in pharmacy. So that's my lifetime right there. You know, I there's been times where I looked into going different routes and trying to get out of it and everything, but you know, it pays my bills and you know, I can't ask for anything more. So it's cool.
All right. Yeah, you seem to enjoy it. How's that holding up through this pandemic though? Have you seen like a lot of change in like how everything works as within your own job or
Yeah, Conrad, I'm sorry, bro. Every time, you know, it catches up and then it doesn't catch up. It seemed like it
oh,
happened last time too. After a while, I couldn't understand a goddamn word, unfortunately. My
oh shit.
apologies, bro. I wish.
All right. Well then man, since we're having technical errors, we might as well call tonight. That's cool. Uh-oh. We
Damn
having
it.
problems? Okay, yeah,
I
yeah. We're definitely having problems. All
yeah.
right, man. You're good. You're,
Thank you very much for having me on. Hey, it's always a pleasure. It's always cool to hang out with you. I wish Josh could have made it too, but hey, hopefully Pittsburgh wins or loses. I really don't care, you know, either way. But hey,
I'll make sure I told him that you hope Pittsburgh loses. All right, man. We'll catch you later.
all right, brother. Thank you very much, man. Take care.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Um, what are we having on? Oh, I think we're having Lucas Bardnera with Lab Exotics. He wants to talk about some super dwarf projects he's been working on. So I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. So until next time.